They really is me right now.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Brown is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Williams is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the 1 spot. And it's going to be a real challenge to mesh.
No doubt, you know, getting everybody on the same page sometimes it can take time, and then you have to build that trust. Weathering the storms together will obviously help you do that.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Jared Allen's checked in for Love. Nance comes in for Okoro. And Junior subbed in for Garland.
And you always know what you're going to get from Walker from the line. He's been a solid, consistent free throw shooter his entire career.
Here's Junior. Drops in the tray.
It seems like Gatorade has had a huge NBA star be the spokesman forever now. They announced that Junior will be the basketball rep for Gatorade heading forward.
Guys like Paul George and D. Wade, they've all worked with Gatorade. They feel that Junior can reach that kind of level of superstar status.
Thompson with a nice job finding the open man, creating for his teammate.
Here's Junior. Sexton dishes to Junior. The 3. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
From deep, Walker. It's rebounded by Cleveland. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And in that one, the backups came to play. Gave the team an infusion of points that just put them over the top.
Well, I talked to the assistant coaching staff. What they were stoked about is that the bench guys came in and played well. So punch off the bench, a big factor in that win.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
On a team filled with big wings last year, Walker gave the Celtics a guy with great supreme quickness who could break down the defense when nothing else was there.
And he's that rare commodity, an elite catalyst who doesn't have to dominate the ball to make an impact. That allows room for others to feel empowered out on the floor. It's just one of the many ways Walker makes his teammates better.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Now, here's Junior. Guarded by Walker. Nailed from three-point land. Junior's got 15.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Walker finds Tice. Celtics passing it around. Thompson against Allen. Thompson with the bucket.
Well, the shot selection from Tristan Thompson is going to come from tight range like that.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
And you have to be excited about the work rate that Thompson has shown lately. He has become a much more active player.
Well, the ability just to stay with that high motor is Tristan Thompson's calling card at this point. On the interior, wants to play physical and wants to disrupt anything he can on the inside to make an impact.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Andre Drummond. Taurean Prince comes in for Larry Nance. And it's Cobb in for Sexton. Here's Green. And Green slams it in.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Now, here's Junior. Tight defense on him. Hits the three-point bomb. He's got 18.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting. And tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
Pritchard gets the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Prince outside. The dish to Junior. Teague on the double team. Junior kicks to Prince. 6 to shoot. And a deep three from Junior. And Boston with the rebound. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them every time they faced off.
Yeah, it was a completely one-sided season series, and that was no surprise to anyone. This first game between them should give us an idea if they're on a little more even ground this season.
Launches it. A three-pointer is right on target. Junior's got 21 in the game.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Before the game, we checked in with Marcus Smart, who told us how his upbringing helped shape his approach to the game.
Meaning it's a full business. So if anybody who has siblings older, younger, you understand the struggle, especially being the youngest. You know, you always got to fight for what you want.
And no question, Smart is considered one of the toughest guys, Greg, in the NBA.
You have to love his passion, his willingness to sacrifice his body for the team on a nightly basis.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Cavaliers enjoying a nice lead here.
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
Yeah, looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
Moment here now for an injury report. Let's check in with David Aldridge for an injury update on Jason Tatum. David.
Hi, guys. Well, the head athletic trainer for Boston provided some information for us. He said it was not what they wanted to hear. It's a broken hand. And that's a potentially devastating injury that will keep him out not just the rest of today, but quite a while, too. That is just awful to hear. Kevin?
Good information, David. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, Greg, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside it.
Here's Junior. He had 10 points in the win against Dallas. Prince kicks to Junior. Back to Prince. Clock at 6. Allen passes to Sexton. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Here's Junior. Drills the three-pointer. Junior's got 27.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's in the comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Walker's shot is off.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And Walker's got the ball here for Boston. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Here's Williams. Allen with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Wasted no time on that one. 33 points for Junior.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Well, he's 1 for 5 in the quarter, and his body language is saying a lot about where his confidence is. Rattled just a little bit. Maybe the next open look will start him up.
It's in from long range. One more from Junior. Junior's got 36.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Smart finds Williams. It's Brown on the wing. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Jared Allen.
I admire the energy that Brown plays with, so great at getting to the line.
That free throw good from Brown.
And Jason Tatum, he got a lot of the pub last year, and deservedly so. But Jaylen Brown made monstrous strides as well, especially when it came to efficiency.
Now, Junior. He's got 36. Prince kicks to Junior. From the arc. Another three for Cleveland.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
It's Brown with the drive. Chalk up 2 there. Brown's got 8 here in the quarter.
And guys, I don't think Brown gets enough credit for his toughness. This is a guy who never shies away from contact.
Here's Junior. Offline with his 3. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Cavaliers ahead, opening up a huge gap. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. From one Kevin to another, you guys were dominant in that first half, and you have.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. The second half upon us. We'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Junior in this game, he's been everywhere.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
I think he's enjoying it too. So rare to have an offensive explosion from him. You know his teammates are loving that as well.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Celtics, Walker and Brown manning the backcourt. Daniel Tice out there with Williams. And it's Pritchard in at the 3. The small forward. Williams trying to break free. Second chance effort. A shot. It's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Then for the Celtics, Thompson comes in for Williams. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Walker. Outside, Smart. Now here's Brown. Defense right on him. And finished off by Brown.
In perfect timing. This run is exactly what they needed, and it's right when they needed it. They couldn't afford to wait any longer. Here's Junior. And again for 3. And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There is no...
Good! Another from 3.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking him down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game. Puts it up from 7 and too long on the shot. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. For three, connects again from distance.
And I don't think I have ever seen a player this dialed in from deep.
Well, with that make, he's now, Greg, alone in second place for most threes in a game. You know, at this point, you have to go for the top spot, right? And Thompson kicks to Tice. Pass to Pritchard. From deep. Cavaliers with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Smart goes in, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And not only is Smart one of the best defenders in the league, Greg, he's also one of the most versatile players in the NBA.
Kev, when you talk about players who can guard 1 through 5, it's usually referring to Kawhi, PG-13, or Giannis, but Smart at 6'4" has the strength, the anticipation, and the toughness to hold his own against anyone.
And again for three.
And of course it falls for him. That three pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget. To the inside, Green. It's blocked.
Such a good defender, Taurean Prince. Physical, good lateral movement, and has the tools there to snuff out.
Connects again from distance.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful three.
A new single-game record, GA, in a night that everyone will remember for the rest of their lives.
And listen to this crowd. They are letting him hear it.
Greg, as well they should. One of the great three-point shooting displays we've seen in late history.
His accuracy from behind the arc tonight has been tremendous, and he's looking like a sniper out there.
Neesmith, he's checked in for the Celtics. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Allen against Williams. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Ojale. Lets it go. Boston again missing. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
And again, 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Here's Pritchard. He's got 6.
And how about the intensity on display from Cobb? This guy gets after it on defense.
And so it's Cleveland, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be right back. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
And there have been 2 very different performances. Look now for Cleveland. JaVale McGee's checked in for Drummond. Taurean Prince comes in for Nance, and Junior subbed in for Garland. And a new group in for the Celtics. Williams, he's checked in for Williams. Daniel Tice comes in for Semi Ojale. Brown, he's checked in for Neesmith. And Walker subbed in for Jeff T. They've got Junior. JaVale McGee is out there with Prince. And it's Osman in at the small forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Cavaliers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Junior.
Now this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Sinks the triple.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Shots good by Walker.
And a capable scorer from anywhere on the floor. You give Walker those kinds of looks and he's going to make you pay.
And here's Junior. From outside off the mark. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
the most influential people in my life was my principal in elementary school. In Harlem, it's tough, by all means. As soon as you leave school at 3 o'clock, life hits you. She was the first to really have us believe in ourselves. We repeated.
The land of the free.
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA. Hey, Dave.
Well, the ceremony was delayed, and understandably so, but at last, the Hall of Fame class of 2020 was enshrined. And what a class it was. Led by Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, and of course, the late, great Kobe Bryant headlining the 9 inductees. There was tremendous poignancy with Kobe's inclusion coming so recently after his tragic death. And it was a night that none of us are going to forget. Guys?
Thank you, D.A. And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Okoro in at the small forward position. And for Washington, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Russell Westbrook out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Bamba in at the 3, the small forward. Greg, obviously, we're early on here. We already have seen some second-year players looking much more improved over their rookie year.
I mean, if you put in the work, you're not guessing as much. And listen, the fact that you've now gone through the season, you've got a better sense of who you are and what you can do out on the floor.
A different look now for Cleveland. Allen's checked in for Andre Drummond. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. And Junior subbed in for Garland. Pass to Hachimura. Outside Beal. There's the 3. Unable to get that one. So Cleveland will take it the other way. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Wizards team.
The game is the first of a 3-game season series for these clubs, both looking to take round 1.
And this first game is always interesting. It's going to give us a sense of what the dynamic between these teams is going to be this season.
Cleveland leading by 4. From deep. And good. The 3-point shot. Good from Junior.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
The drive by Beal over Allen. And again, Washington, no good. Last game for the Cavaliers, they picked up the W against Boston.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenged shots and really protected the rim.
Well, they certainly made their presence felt on defense. They were active and rejected a number of shots.
Off the left rim and out. Cleveland's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight.
And what scouts loved about Hachimura, physically, he came in NBA ready.
Oh, yeah. GA 6'8", 230, shows excellent strength. Also, being relatively late to the game, he's really never developed any bad habits. That's why he was able to come in and hit the ground running.
Washington calls timeout. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
I mean, and there's really no excuse for it. They know they need to play more in control.
For the Wizards, Lopez comes in for Rui Hachimura. And Raul Neto subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Cleveland also making some changes. Taurean Prince comes in for Okoro. And it's Cobb in for Sexton. Neto, the pass to Beal. And another miss by Washington.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Junior way outside. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
Prince against Beal. Over Prince. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts.
Now, here's Junior. He's covered by Beal. Trains it from beyond the arc.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's Beal on the wing. The pass to Wagner. And Beal gets it to go. Beal's got his second bucket of the night.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
32 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Trains the three-pointer.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Wizards trail by 17. Neto, the pass to Wagner. Here's Lopez, defended by Allen. Bertans against Prince. It's blocked.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
It's good from long range.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Well, when he's hitting from range on a consistent basis, it makes everything easier offensively.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Back to the action after this word. We chatted with Bradley Beal recently, who touched upon the joys of playing at home.
Being yourself, being in your comfortable setting, in an arena packed full.
Gray, it goes without saying just how important playing at home is.
It's a matter of pride, making your opponent feel uncomfortable. 2 advantages that erode when you lose in your own house.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen, Cavaliers pretty much in control here, it would appear.
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, and now they got to find a way to keep it going, keep growing that lead.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, JaVale McGee is out there with Jared Allen. Then it's Junior. Then there's Cobb. And it's Prince in at the small forward. First trip to the line for him here.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots. So he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
Andre Drummond's checked in for Allen. Now, here's Junior. D right on him. Pass to Prince. Kicks to Junior. Lets it go with a 3. Another 3 for Cleveland.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for Washington. Neto, the pass to Beal. Top of the key. There's JaVale McGee with the rebound.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Junior fires from way outside. And another 3 for Cleveland.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Beal, the pass to Bonga. Back to Beal. To the left side wing. Here's Neto. 14 points from him the last game against Indiana.
And he's not going to pass up that one. And trust me, he should. He's solid from that in-between there.
Now, here's Junior. Shoots the three, but they recover it. The shot's good from McGee.
This is where McGee's coaches and teammates want him to shoot from. They know he can do damage in there with his hops.
Outside Bryant. Neto surveying the floor. Passes to Bonga. Just 5 on the clock. Free throw line jump shot. And that one hits back iron. Cleveland's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Washington calls timeout. So many people know your story, born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA, and the G League pathway, along with the youth.
A dominating first half of basketball. And so far, thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Junior in this game, he's been checked in for Cleveland. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Bradley Beal is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Bonga in at the 3. That's the 5 on the 4 for the Wizards. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the 3rd quarter. Beal, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. Beal's got 18 points.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
And floor spacing is key for any offense, and that's what makes having a center like Bryant so valuable.
Yeah, GA, his confidence from beyond the arc grows every year. Has a smooth shot release, nice touch, can pop it right over the top of pretty much any defender. He's only going to get better.
And Bryant kicks to Beal. Launches a 3. Bonga the pass to Westbrook. Offensive rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Junior. Another 3 for...
What? Did you tell me to shut up? Jacob, what's your problem? Why would you do that to the dad? Slap yourself.
Slap myself, mommy?
Yeah, that's what you should do.
Oh, what I just do? I just slap this?
Yes, don't do that to that. That's offensive. Why are you so destructive? You have to reflect.
I'll show you reflect. Reflect this booty. Ow, ow!
Everything, okay? You're acting like crazy. What's wrong with that?
I think it sucks.
Did you put on deodorant so you can smell good? But then when she finished
Puppy, you getting hair in your booty? You have hair?
No.
Wait. You have hair in your pee-pee? Over here, you have hair?
No.
Okay, so you know what that means, right? But can I tell you what that means? Let's talk about it real quick. That means that you're gonna go
I
through a
want
growth
to
spurt.
get my socks.
What happens when you go through the growth
I
spurt?
want to get my socks.
You're gonna become a giant. I knew it.
I need my socks.
I knew it. You can never like not just. Knew it. Why you always gotta spill my shit, break my shit? Why? Like you hate me. Do you hate me, Jacob? Whatever. I'm gonna pay this shit if I waste this money. I wanted to go to Bike Week to kind of like celebrate my graduating from graduate school and just kind of have like an adult fun, right?
Finally.
But I kind of feel like I don't want to do no more because I just feel like I don't want to spend money. And I don't really. Just to celebrate me. I can celebrate myself every day right now. Right here, standing right here. Celebrate.
It's Saturday.
I'm just saying. To go to Bike Week.
It's Saturday. Go celebrate with your sister and your mother.
He's doing it all for us. It's amazing how many
Did you tell Grandma
come straight
What?
from him.
that you graduated?
Wizards have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50%
Well, show her.
from the field.
Show her the diploma.
Westbrook kicks to Beal. And that comes off the assist by